What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hotel Show with your boy Howard. Listen, so today we are getting into this new show. Well, it's new to me. Several people have been telling me to watch it. I have never honestly watched any season of Love After Lockup. I've been hearing about them. I've seen the clips. Never watched none of the seasons at all, just to be clear. But I saw that the beginning of Life After Lockup season 9 was starting this month. And so I was like, well, maybe I can try to get into that. And I was going to figure out if it gets to a point where I feel like I got to do some backtracking and go back and watch it. And I'll be like, I'm going to leave it alone because I'm too far gone. But I decided to finally sit down and watch it tonight. And I would say I am really intrigued. And I'm going to break this thing down. But we're going to get into it. So if you like stuff like this and you can wait for me to do content on this, then here it is. So we're doing season 9, Life After Lockup, episode 1. Now, as I always say, if you're new here, kick off your shoes and get comfortable because we family. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. And without further ado, y'all ready? Let's get it.
Guess I'm jaded. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase.
Just so we are clear, I feel like because the episodes are combined with the couples and it goes from one scene to the next, as far as it jumps scenes from couples, what I'm going to do is when I'm doing these reviews, I'm going to break each segment of the episode down. I'm going to go from one couple to the next. So we got 6 couples, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from one particular couple and end the show off. I'm going to go through every couple. I'm not going to jump from scene to the next scene. I'm going to do each couple as if it's one whole scene. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Just so we clear, these couples have basically been together before one or the other has gotten out of prison. They fell in love while one of them was out here and the other one was in prison. And what I've gathered is this series is basically a continuation of their love after they are released from prison, whichever one was in prison, and how life is for them once they are released. Which is interesting to me because, trust me, I can relate because I done been there, done that, about to sweat in the hat. I ain't been in no relationship right after I got it because all my niggas have still been locked up. Well, majority of them is still locked up, all my exes. So I can't say I done tried to get a relationship with now one of them since, because the ones that have came home, baby, they got, some of them got wives and kids, and let them go and live their life. But I can relate as far as the experience of what they are going to go through and experience, and you trying to navigate and adjust to the new world, which has to become now your new norm after you've been locked up for so long like that. So just so we are clear, I'm going to name and go off all of the couples that we have. So we have 6 couples. They are as follows. Justine and Michael, we have Zaria and Troy. We also have Bianca and Daniel. We also have Britney and KCK. We also have Kimberly and Joey. And we also have Teeny and Rob. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with Bianca and Daniel. Now, before I really start, like I said, we starting with Bianca and Daniel. I want to be very clear. Salute to all of y'all that have gotten released and y'all are home trying to navigate and adjust to the new world. Trust me, I can relate. I know how it is. I don't want y'all to feel like if I am giving commentary and it may come off as blunt or harsh, please don't take it to heart because I'm just an honest person. And I'm only even doing this with them in case they see it because I can relate. I've been incarcerated before. Now, when it comes to these regular celebrities, then baby, listen, my commentary is going to be my commentary. But when it comes to them, I want to at least put this out there. I can't say don't take it to heart because I know y'all have feelings and stuff too. But baby, if it sounds crazy, whether it's the boyfriend or the girlfriend, and it sounds cuckoo and just dumb on one of y'all part, I'm going to definitely say it. I ain't gonna really let y'all make it. I'm gonna say it. So I guess I just say, just keep preparing for it. But please understand, my heart is always in the right place. I really want the best for y'all. If this is something that y'all trying to do, I would love to see all of y'all be successful in y'all marriage, however far God sees to it that y'all should go with it. So I just want to put that out there because I know I can be considered a little harsh with my delivery, but I am very unbiased. I'm gonna give it to you like God gave it to Moses. So please, just let me do my work, baby. I got you, but let me do this. All right, so let's start off. So the scene opens up with Bianca and Daniel. Now, I want to be very clear on something with you, Bianca. When I found out that Daniel was saying that the reason why you got with him and you was drawn to him, I got to let you know right now, baby, when I say that's got to be a different level of crazy, you mean to tell me you was drawn to Daniel because before you got with him, you had been in a car accident with a drunk driver that had put you in the hospital, and you was drawn to Daniel because that's the same thing he got locked up for? I don't even know how the hell did that draw you to him. That's why I think I'm kind of confused Baby, when it came to you, Bianca, the first thing that came to my mind was she dissy as hell. Cause I ain't never in my life heard no ish like that. Or that being a reason why a woman could be drawn to a man. Cause he got a case like the person that hit her in the car accident got the case. Baby, when I say that's a different level of dissy, but girl, what's also funny to me was when Daniel first came into her apartment. Daniel walks into the apartment and he is completely mesmerized just off of looking at everything. I get why it's just so fascinating to him. I think it's because even though people that are everyday people that's been out here, haven't been incarcerated, nothing like that, you would look at that scene, the way he looking at the walls and the furniture and all of that, and you would be like, what the hell is he doing? It ain't that serious, damn it. What is he? But I get it. When you are behind those prison walls and all you are accustomed to seeing is barbed wire, chicken wire over some of the doors, white, gray, particular colors you just accustomed to seeing. Once you step into the world and you get to see different decorations, and all of that is fascinating. I can relate. I get it because that's how I was. All of that is fascinating. So I understood why he was just so in awe. It looked like a typical regular apartment, but I get why he was so in awe because, baby, I was the same way. I promise you I was. So listen, Daniel, don't worry. I feel you. Congratulations. You made it for your first day out. Congratulations. I'm going to be honest with you. Bianca, the age gap between you and Daniel is a little suspect. I say that because you're 23 years old. He's 31 years old. You're unemployed. Now, he done came home to you. He unemployed. It's a little crazy to me. I've always wondered what could someone like with the age gap like that really have in common. It's almost 10 years. You have a whole lot of growing to do. He's experienced a lot more than you have. You're still at the beginning of learning a lot. You're in your 20s where you'll do a lot of things and make a lot of mistakes for the first time. And to be honest with you, it seems like this just might be one of those other mistakes added. Not only that, Bianca, you move your ass all the way out there just so he can be able to parole home to you. And you done paid all this money and you ain't got no work right now. And he just did 5 years. All that is just, it sounds so crazy. And like it almost sounds like you are very much on your YOLO episode. Like you only got one life to live and you like, okay, let's do it. But listen, if it worked, baby, it worked. I will say this. Now there's a clip that they show of these two pictures of him, how he used to look. Baby, I just hope sometime y'all do just a little bit of homework. Because I ain't gonna lie, this look here, I don't know. It almost looked like he was damn near about to be a Spice Girl. So I don't know, baby. He was real for real about it too. But see, you 23, so you don't even really even know the kind of clock stuff like that. But baby, let me be the first to tell you, woo, the red flags is so sticking out to me. They do. But do your thing. Okay, I also see that Daniel was he was struggling with addiction. So he used to have a bad addiction that he used to deal with. It's good to see that. One thing I can say about you, when you get locked up, people that have stuff like that, I'm not gonna say people have stuff like that. I'm gonna just say like people in general, most people, when you get locked up, like prison, even though it's horrible once you get sentenced and you find you have to do a lot of times, what you actually end up realizing is that a lot of times, I ain't gonna say just all the time because I have seen some where it just the math don't match. But a lot of times you understand after you do your sentence and you come home why they say prison preserves you, because you can come home and you can tell that fresh look. You just look fresh, like because you ain't done nothing. You've been in there, but you ain't been stressing and trying to pay bills and all this. So it just looked like you've had a whole lot of rest. You just been stress free. Whereas when you come out here, you see everybody has been through some stuff, and people that you know, it seems like they've aged. When I wouldn't really say it's that they've aged. It's just that they've actually been out here living and trying to make it, while our ass has been sitting there laying up, getting fed 3 times a day. Our family's bringing us sending us money to go get commissary. We don't have to really do nothing for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So I will say that because I couldn't tell off the back that he was a recovering addict or that he used to be addicted to anything. I couldn't tell. So to me, it looked like he was definitely preserved. Them 5 years did him some justice because he looks good. They sit down and get comfortable and start kissing. And, she expressed that they had not had sex before. Like, she doesn't even know what his stuff looks like. That I think that he drew her a picture, the shape of his penis. Baby, when I tell you dumb could be, baby, this damn show remind me of that movie Dumb and Dumber. Because what the hell? And she done sent him some news. Of course you done sent him some news. That's what mostly all dudes be asking their wives and girlfriends and other boo things to send them. It's some news. Lord Jesus. So no telling who else he gave them pictures to and let them use to jack off with for a couple of suits, because they do that in that. Like some niggas do that. They literally will have, and I know, baby, because I done had so many of like the the live jobs in prison that everybody wanted. I'd have been in laundry, baby. I done worked in the kitchen. I done worked in necessities with all the niggas. With like, I'd have been an SSI. Like, so, baby, I know. So I done had to do some traffic and trade, which traffic and trade means when one inmate might ask you to pass commissary or something to another inmate. And I've been passed some news from females like that. Like, say a nigga that's been locked up, he done gave me in an envelope, and it might be like some news of his girlfriend or his baby mama or something, and I gotta go take it to another nigga cell and give it to him, and he waiting with his Vaseline or pomade grease so he can use the pictures. He probably gonna have me send the other dude maybe 4 soups or $3, you know what I'm saying, the commissary, which is considered good money, and he gonna use them pictures and jack off with them. When he done, he gonna ask me or another SSI to come and grab them and give them back to him. So that's something women, y'all gotta really be careful about when y'all doing stuff like that, especially when it's a nigga that y'all really, or a man that y'all really don't know like that. Baby, don't be sending no pictures out there like that, because you will be surprised how often that happens, baby. I'm telling you, I know. Actually, to be honest with you, dudes trust me, and when I say me, like the gays, they trust us more than they would trust another homeboy that's an SSI when it comes to like passing stuff like that for like money and stuff. You know why? Because they know that I'm gay. I ain't gonna steal the pictures and try to go sell them. Like, I don't, what I'm gonna do with them? You know what I'm saying? So they trust somebody like me to take and make sure it's delivered, opposed to another regular nigga. Because a lot of times, you got a grimy nigga that's gonna go grab the stuff and be like, all right, I got you, and he gonna take it. He gonna use them and lie and tell you, man, they made me go to the house, so I didn't get to deliver them, but I'm about to go deliver them now. Yeah, because you went and took them pictures to the house, you done went and jacked off for free on them, ain't even had to pay the man, but now you gonna use the laws being racking you up as an excuse of why you couldn't deliver them when you really was just being grimy. Now the next morning, you gonna wake up, and when you go to work, that's gonna be the first place you go to is drop them off at that nigga house where they were supposed to go, and then he gonna give you the money to go get that other nigga. And then when the other nigga asks him, man, what's up, man? You supposed to bring him yesterday? Oh, man, the boss lady, man, they ran me in the house. I had to go in the house. Baby, that's old game. Listen, I'd have been around the world now, yeah, especially in the penitentiary streets. So I'm just saying, women, y'all gotta be up to date when it comes to stuff like that. Be careful when y'all sending stuff like that down there, because you can't trust. You gotta remember, baby, they criminals. They criminals, and if they in prison, baby, they've already been convicted, baby. It ain't like they waiting to get convicted. They are guilty, sweetie, so they still criminals. Bianca, I'm sending you my best wishes, boo, but I'm just telling you right now, I don't know, Daniel is giving me, I'm sorry, like, when you got boys like that have been locked up, and they pretty white boys like that, baby, they gets got, and I mean, they gets got quick. And that's just being honest. So, like, but he could not have been gotten. I ain't gonna even say that, but I'm only saying it because them damn pictures that they show with his old pictures. And let me tell you something, these networks know they crazy and messy, because, baby, why would y'all even show them pictures? Y'all was being catty just showing them pictures, because y'all know them pictures. He looked like a damn Spice Girl. He looked like Ginger Spice, or he looked like he could be Christina Aguilera with the way he got that blonde swoop, and then he got the gothic hoop earrings with the holes in them. Ooh, baby, them red flags, baby. You thinking they Six Flags, baby? They go to get into the store and they kissing and getting, you know, like touchy feeling. I just know that has to be so weird when y'all have never been able to even be physically connected like that on that level. And so this is now like, it's the big moment. Like, y'all fist to really just see what y'all chemistry is like when it's time to have sex. Now the cackle to me was when she started, Bianca started talking about him in the confessional, she started saying that Daniel, she was laughing, she's like, he's skinnier than what he used to be, or what's like his pictures, he's smaller. She was laughing. That lady, she even said that she feel like she got catfish. She said, I got catfish because he's not as big as he was. He's skinnier. Yes, sister. I mean, hello world. Listen, you gotta obey what them signs say, baby. They be right in your face. So Daniel asks, listen, they in the kitchen getting themselves ready to have breakfast or whatever, and this is the morning after they've had sex. He telling her, like, you know, like asking her how was the sex. In the kiss confessional, he giving like, oh, the sex was great. It was everything I thought it was gonna be. When she went in her confessional and they asked her about the sex, that lady said it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best either. She even went to say, you know, he just wanted to stick it right in, and she was like, I gotta kind of understand it. He's just coming back home. It's got to be crazy for him to watch that playback and see how she honestly felt about his sex. If they even share together, child, I'm going to just be watching. I'm going to be tuned into this. I don't know, sister Bianca, if you want to be pounded, if you want your back blown out, you kind of give me very much Girls Gone Wild tease. So I don't know. I think you might want your back just beat in. You're looking at the wrong person, because that's the same thing that he enjoyed, was getting his back beat in. I mean, I'm going to put it to you like this. 2 bottoms ain't going to ever work. And that's what it give me, that both of y'all bottoms. If you don't know what that means, Lord rest your soul. Then I'm listening to her talking, and she's explaining to him in the kitchen that she still hadn't gotten him approved to be living at her residence. Now let me get this right. So you paid $7,000. You paid a whole lot of money, basically, for you to be able to move and be in this place just so he can have somewhere to come home to, but you still haven't even gotten him 100% approved to live there. That was so dumb and just crazy of you, Bianca, because Like, why would you do that anytime you got somebody parole at home? Like, something must have changed, because I know in Texas, before you can come to a particular residence, you have to make sure it gets approved. Unless he was going home and said that he's going to go to a halfway house. That's where he's assigned to go once he get released. I do know that does happen. So basically, if you get on a Friday, then you got until Monday to report to the halfway house. And he did say that if he doesn't get approved, then he'll have to go to a halfway house. And she was like, oh, that would make me so mad. All this money and stuff I to pay. That's why, baby, you got to make sure if you're going to do this, you got to do this right. Start from the top. That should have been the number one priority for you. Okay, I'm moving. I got this apartment. Let me call and make sure he can even be accepted to come here and be approved. Before, I would even just say before you even got the apartment, just make sure, because depending on his case, like, there could be certain restrictions or limitations or stipulations where he can't live in certain apartment. It's just a lot you got to go through. So, baby, that was dumb on your part, friend. I ain't gonna even lie. You got very much dizzy, clueless, blonde, just ready for a man. Ooh, baby, at 23 years old. Bianca, at 23 years old, why the hell is you looking for a man in prison? Baby, you still got you a good 15, 20 years. For you to be found you a young hot man. I don't know, because I'm cool. Let me shut up, because it really looked like you used to stay in the Nutbush city limits with Tina Turner. So that probably wouldn't have worked. That probably was the problem, because ain't no men in the Nutbush city limits. They call it Nutbush. Schoolhouse out, where people keep the city clean. All Nutbush. What y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? Bianca, you should know about that, because that's what it's giving me where you came from, Nutbush city limits. So then they get ready to eat, and they go and sit down, and that lady asked this man, can he go and make her a cup of coffee? And he told her no, and he would not budge. Now, I ain't gonna lie. When she asked him to go fix that cup of coffee, I was gagged, like, because I'm like, why the hell you want to go fix that girl a cup of coffee? Like, I mean, he was sitting there cooking. So I guess I get he probably feel like, well, I need to cook and go get your own coffee. But at the same time, I'm like, that's your girl, though. Like, that's your girl. Go get the coffee for her. That's in my mind what I'm thinking. She was actually pissed behind that. It made her mad. So when she realized that he was serious about not going to get her no coffee, she starts trying to tell him, like, are you serious? When I done all of this stuff for you, you can't go and give me a cup of coffee? And I'm like, at first I'm like, baby, I'm with you. Like, get up, go get that girl a cup of coffee. But once he replied back and hit her with, oh, wait a minute. And he was dead serious. He's like, wait a minute, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Don't try to use that to manipulate me just because you can't get your way. That's not right. Don't do that. He was serious about that. When he said that, I had to agree with him, because this is the thing that a lot of people don't get. This is people in general. If you do something out of the kindness of your heart, let it stay there. I don't need to hear it again. Like, because then it's gonna feel like your intentions wasn't really as pure as I thought they were. And I understand what he mean when he say that. Like, okay, I know what you done for me. I don't need you to give me a whole list of what you done for me just because I won't go get no damn coffee. Because then I'm gonna feel like really you had a motive to manipulate me or to use that as leverage. You know, like, that's not cool. You can't do that. Like, baby, what you did for him was out the kindness of your heart. Whether it been dumb, ignorant, foolish like a shanty, you did it, sister, and he really got you on that one. So you sit in the confessional talking about it really pissed you off, and you can just imagine what else he's gonna do to make this gonna make you mad. You in for a ride, baby. I'm telling you, you are in for a ride. Coming just because the motherfucker come home, it don't mean everything for to be peaches and cream. Shit actually get a whole lot worse before it mellows out and get better, because you gotta remember, he has been locked up for 5 years. A lot has changed within the world. Mindsets, a lot of stuff has changed in the world. A lot. The way he thinks, the way he operates. He don't think the same way he thought when he first went in there, 24 years old? 26 years old, however old he was. He wasn't thinking the same way. So you got to understand, baby, it's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster. I don't give a damn how you slice it. And I can say that for every last one of them that's on this series. It's going to be a roller coaster, baby. It ain't going to be peaches and cream at all. So you might as well buckle up that damn seatbelt like you did when you rolled your ass out here from Nutbush City Limits and get ready, because Spice Girl Power is going to give you some problems. The next couple we got is going to be, I think her name is Zaria and Troy. Girl, if I got your name wrong, sorry. It's actually a beautiful name, to be honest with you. It's very unique. Zaria and Troy. Zaria is 32 and Troy is 29. She is the executive director. He is the director of community engagement. His charge was criminal possession of a weapon and attempted robbery. I will say they do make a cute couple. Troy has only been home a month, and it just feel like a lot of this was probably rushed. This whole thing in relationship with y'all, him coming home, I feel like was not properly planned out the right way. That's just based off of when I first watching y'all, like that. It gives me that y'all relationship has potential, but it just give me that once he was on the verge of coming home, that was like your main focus, him coming home. But trying to put things into place the right way, it just don't seem like they were. But I still do think y'all a cute couple. But with him just coming home, I will say this: when y'all bumping heads after just a month, it's nothing new. And like I just said about the other couple, it's gonna get worse, because that is just one of those things that you as an inmate coming home don't really know how stuff is gonna happen or how any of this is gonna affect your mental. You just ready to come home. And you, being the wife, the girlfriend, ready for him to come home, you don't care. You just want him home. But that's a big reality check that I feel like a lot of family, friends, a lot of couples get when a loved one comes home, because they don't be thinking it's going to be any type of friction. But baby, you going to clash like the Titans. I don't give a damn how nice you try to be about, baby. Y'all are going to clash. Y'all just are. And I mean, I'm just being so honest. As cute as y'all look together, it's like watching y'all scenes. It was like red flag after red flag that I don't know how the hell you didn't even think to recognize. Right? And so when I realized that your sister is also living with y'all, oh baby, that's gonna definitely be terrible. All three, like that, 3 grown folks, baby, it's not, that ain't gonna go right, sister. I really wish you would have thought twice about how you was doing this. Fast forward, they go to a company where they have this, it's a non-profit organization where it kind of like focus on you know, people that's been incarcerated and mental health and all of that. I love that. I do. I'm like, when I seen that they went to work together to look at the office space and him to see his office area for the first time, like that is really A1. I love that. Like that's really a boss move. But with him, see, the thing is, when I say red flags, is when he's sitting in his confessional, he is basically talking about how this is something he always wanted to do, but he compared it to basically the street life, the drug game. He compared it to that. You can't be having stuff like that even on your mind when you are trying to do the right thing. Like, don't even think about comparing it to the dope game and all of that, because that just means that that's something that's always in the back of your mind that you're gonna have to get rid of, because the devil can step in when you're really in a bad place and feeling down and cause you to want to go and get back involved in that to pretty much make things better for you, which in the end, it never really works out. You're going to end up in jail or dead. I don't know. I just think I think it's cool, but I like him comparing it to the streets, baby. Get that out of your head. Do not compare that stuff to that lifestyle at all. So she introduced him to, I guess, like their other, the employees that work with them, the counselor lady, and it was another lady. And I even clocked how they was kind of looking like, and the counselor mentor was saying like, we don't really know him, so we got to kind of, you got to kind of watch him is what y'all give it. I mean, 9 times out of 10, y'all already looked up what he had been locked up for, so baby, I get it. I get it. It's the norm though. That's the norm. But just me seeing that, y'all work together. Listen, friend, y'all live together, and your sister live with y'all. Y'all work together, baby. Not only that, let's go back. Even in the apartment, y'all are kind of bumping heads about him having space and where he's putting stuff at. So if you add that on top of y'all working together and all of that, baby, it ain't that much closeness in the world. I'm gonna tell you something about me. That's why when I was even incarcerated, my nigga had to be on another building out in the GP. Like, he had to be out there, because I want to be able to miss you. I can't miss you if I'm doing every damn thing with you all day, every day. Baby, that's not gonna work. Y'all need that alone time away from each other. If y'all already live together, baby, y'all gonna be so sick of each other, y'all might start pulling Whitney and Bobby. You is crazy for that, man. I'm rooting for you, but baby, that was just that just wasn't a good move. It's too much, too soon. Y'all are too close every day. Baby, that's not gonna work. Y'all gonna be getting agitated at each other on a daily. So I definitely feel like y'all should try to like figure something out with that. So then we go to the scene where they're basically in the bed together or sitting down together and trying to like, they talking and having a little conversation. And she tells him that she has something to tell him. She had, I guess, been holding on to. And what she shows him is basically like an invoice stating that they have been behind on the rent for the property that they have for their job, their organization. They have been behind for May and June's rent. And Zaria is basically stating that she only had enough money to pay I think it's the counselor. But besides that, she doesn't have any money. She paid the counselor and that was it. And she even go as far as to tell him that she has a whole lot of other bills that are just behind. She's been trying to make it, and I get it. I felt kind of sorry for her in that situation, because it's like she want things for y'all to be good once you come home. But at the same time, she's just like, she's getting swallowed with bills. And she said that y'all were in debt at about $7,000 in debt, is what she said y'all had at the current moment. I know that it made him upset because he started getting like snappy and an attitude with her. But I think that with him, that's the part when I talk about when somebody first comes home from prison, that really pissed him off, because he feel like, why you ain't been telling me this? You should have been told me this. Well, if you have only been home a month and you in prison while she's trying to make everything work out and do shit and thug it out herself, her telling you why you was even still locked up is pointless, because what the hell can you do to help her from it now? Unless you a kingpin or something, but which I tell you wasn't. So what could you really do if she told you this? All you could really say is probably like, damn, baby, we're gonna have to try to figure this out. Don't worry, when I come home, I got you. We're gonna work this out. That's the most you could have told her. Wasn't really nothing else you could do about that, baby. So I feel like to get mad at her behind that is crazy. And this is another thing and another reason why people fail to realize that this kind of stuff right here is why a lot of men end up resulting, and women result back to what they know, which is the dope game, the streets. This is why how that comes about. Because when there's no money, you having financial problems, Lord forbid, it's like when it's like him and her and Troy and her. Troy is a man, so of course he feel like he's the breadwinner, he's supposed to be the provider and all of that, and that's gonna really make him feel like, okay, I gotta go get this money right now, because we can't just do bad like this and just sink, and I'm a grown man that's got you know what I'm saying, I gotta make shit happen, I gotta do this. And so that's what he was so mad. He basically said that's what he was going to do. But what I don't get is that he's saying it pisses him off that she didn't tell him in advance, because they already had some issues with, I guess, like she cheated on him before, so he feels like she just not being honest with him. But I just don't think that's fair, because like I said, it's nothing that you could have done to help her, like in within that time, you know, like it just was really nothing you could do to help her. So I feel like you should at least cut her some slack. Like Troy, she has been riding so hard for you that it's just been wearing her out, and she just been trying to thug it out. I don't feel like you should get mad at her about that, because she been trying. I really do, and I salute her for trying. And so he's telling her he's feeling like jumping back in the streets, and she's trying to tell him no, and she jumps up because he jumped up with an attitude like he fits to go, and she is like feeling away because it's like she don't understand why he want to go back out there. But I think that you're not supposed to really understand, because you're a woman, so you ain't supposed to understand. He a man, so he got to make it happen for himself. But that's not the right move to make it out, because that's not gonna get you anywhere. Not only that, you walk in the streets just like she said with a leg monitor on, baby. The police can roll up on you and see that leg monitor and be like, hey, come here, come here. Where you going? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you can only go so far before that thing go off on, like it start beeping and going off and alerting them what's going on, baby. That's a dangerous game you playing. Especially after you've been locked up all them years, what, 17, 18 years? I'm not 17, 18. You've been locked up a long time, is the point. In no way should you be running back out there like, baby, don't do that. Then Troy makes a phone call because they're arguing and going at it, and they really clashing. She trying to stop him from going outside. He going out there. He making a phone call, which is probably to somebody from his past. They probably didn't write him not one letter, send not one JPay while he was locked up, but would definitely answer the phone when he called, because guess what? You a worker. You need money. You gonna be one of my runners. That's the easiest way for these dope gang type of dudes to get caught up, because you just trying to make some bread for you and your family. But the dude you know that's been into all of that, he don't really care about you. He just like the fact that you are a free runner, which means he ain't got to do a lot of footwork. You follow me? Don't do that. That's crazy. That's very immature and dumb, a dumb way to think, because you're going to end up going back to jail playing them kind of games. Justine and Michael is the next couple. Justine is 36, as well as Michael. She is a stay-at-home mom, and Michael is a rapper, warehouse manager, and he was charged with drug manufacturing and possession. So on my first time seeing y'all, I get that y'all are a really great couple. Y'all love each other. Y'all got a lot of kids combined. It's an 8. So that's a lot of mouths to feed. I see that y'all moved to Las Vegas. That's where I guess y'all relocated. Said Michael had been home for 16 months. It was kind of scary to me when we seen them go into the doctor's office to see her OBGYN. Justine had been, I guess, having signs that she felt like she was pregnant. So she confirmed that she is pregnant and the baby will be a boy. But once they start telling her about this being a very high risk pregnancy, saying that she considered tying her tubes because she's had so many, I guess, like natural births, so she might need a C-section. Is that what she was kind of saying? That's what I think she was saying. It's just crazy to me, because she basically was telling her, you're going to have to get your will filled out if something was to go bad. He has to make a choice. It's crazy because Justine basically was like, yeah, no, I wouldn't want no tubes and stuff, you know, all connected to my body. I know she was like, but I know he would. And I seen it, like, you could tell they love each other, because Mike was even crying when he was like, I can't even see my life without her. I can't see what that would look like if she didn't make it. I just feel like that's just so scary when you hear that, because it's like, damn, like you already had all these kids. I just don't think it's even worth the risk, if I'm being honest. So that's why I was like, hell yeah, tie your goddamn tubes, baby, tie them, clip them, and burn them. You don't need no more. What was actually kind of scary to hear was when she was telling her OBGYN that she had already been having shortness of breath sometimes. To me, I just feel like those are like, it's like a big risk you taking. So I don't understand, even with you having these issues, Justine, why you hadn't been tied your tubes or just been smarter about this, because I just don't feel like, oh, Jesus, no. It's scary when you hear a doctor say something like that, because I just feel like, Justine, you got to be careful, boo. Tie your tubes, because that man loves you. And when you was telling him, I couldn't see myself still living if I lost my child, so just take the child and go. She's like, don't you be waiting on me and something happened. Take my child and just go. Like, basically go take care of my kids and do what you're supposed to do. And he was shedding tears, because that's crazy to even think that you got to think about something like that. I hope she has a great pregnancy, and this is the last one. I will say that when she was explaining that, that's how I've always been, that my child is who I'm doing this for. So I want to be here. Take my child. Don't leave me here without him. That's a blessing to have somebody like that, but it's just so scary at the same time. I feel you, Michael. I really do. The next couple we got is Britney and KCK. Britney actually had been to prison as well. Britney was 23. KCK is 26. She's unemployed and was charged with armed robbery, and he is an HVAC technician, but he was incarcerated for robbery. the crazy thing about their story is like that they both are felons that's just been released. In this scene, he's explaining how he had been home for 7 months. They ended up getting engaged. Like they really love each other, and they've been planning their next move that they're in the process of making is moving to Houston. Let me tell you something. I'm in Houston, okay? And I'm gonna just be honest with you when I say this. Y'all being in y'all 20s, that young, moving to Houston, I'm telling you right now, that's not a good idea because it's niggas and bitches everywhere in Houston. And good looking. Moving to Houston, y'all relationship will be tested. Ooh, baby, y'all relationship will be tested. But I commend y'all, but ooh, baby. Britney was basically saying that she had been home for over a year. And while they're going through talking about all of this, they were even saying that they had a family prepared to move. It seemed like the whole clan, their whole family was moving to Houston. So that's a really big move. But then he gets a call from, I think it's like a parole advisor, not his parole officer. And they told him that they had some bad news for him. The bad news was that Texas still hadn't approved the right for him to relocate while he's still on paper. And he's throwing a fit. This is my thing. Why would you even plan all of that stuff before this wasn't approved and already in motion and y'all were good? But see, you're young, so that wasn't no smart move, because why in the hell would you do that? Like, that was ass backwards. You were supposed to make sure that was approved for you to relocate to Texas first, then put everything else into play, because now you could be losing a whole lot of money waiting on Texas. It could take up to 30 days, and Karak is saying he don't have 30 days. You got more than 30 days if Texas say so, because you're not just gonna get approved like that in Texas. But there's a sign when you on the road and enter Texas that say don't mess with Texas. It don't work like that. And what I don't understand is, like, you mad now because they said they can offer y'all government housing for the time being, and you talking about, you know what government housing look like. Listen, it'd be a mess, but guess what? This is your fault. So if y'all gotta stay there while they trying to get this thing expedited to see if you can get approved, like, just stay there, because like you said, y'all got all y'all family and everybody that's set up and ready to make this move. Just do the government housing thing until you know for sure if it's a yay or nay. Like, at least do that. On the flip side, the crazy part that I don't get is, how the hell did you, or do you think that you could easily be approved for living with another felon? See, that's the thing about Texas, and I don't know if they changed it, but that could very much so be what it is. Texas do not play no felon staying with another felon. They don't play that. They do not play that. And when I say that, I'm saying, like, I know from experience, like, I've been locked up with dudes that didn't have brothers that they was locked up with, right? And say, for instance, I had this homeboy that he had his brother was locked up too with him, and they both did like 10 or 12 years, something like that. The oldest brother came home first, and he was approved by the parole board to be able to parole home to y'all mama house. But then the other brother, the younger one, he ended up making parole maybe like a year or two later. But guess what? When his mama tried to use that same address so he can be approved to live, they denied it. He couldn't go. They don't give a damn that y'all relatives. They don't give a damn if your mama get involved. They don't give a damn, baby. If he's a felon and you a felon, oh no, baby, one of y'all gonna have to go, but both of y'all can't step in that no more. But it might have changed. I've been home since 2016, so it might have changed. But if it hasn't, I'm telling you right now, that is definitely a reason that Texas would deny you, because they do not play that. And I kind of feel like you a little crazy to even think, like, why you didn't research. Texas don't play. Why you didn't research that? It's not normal for two felons to live under the same roof, because the way society see it is, y'all are only gonna be trying to plot and scheme to get back into the world and do some crazy stuff in the streets. Like, it's no way that they feel like you can really be rehabilitated while living under the same roof, where you now have freedom to go and come as you please. You don't got to worry about a boss coming and telling you rack time, or when you got to when you can come outside. You don't got to worry about none of that no more. It's on you, and only you can get your ass in trouble. So their way of trying to prevent that is, okay, no, he paroled that first, so he gets approved. You gonna have to find somewhere to parole to. And a lot of times when they can't get approved like that, they end up going to a halfway house. They just have to. But again, y'all gotta do y'all research, because y'all would have knew all of this before y'all did this. And Karak talking about, I ain't never did nothing wrong. I ain't gave them no reason not to approve me. That's just not how it works. It doesn't. You could be a law-abiding good citizen, baby, in Texas, and they still not gonna have that. So I pray, I'm gonna keep watching to see if they end up allowing y'all, then clearly they didn't change the rules. Which, I mean, I'm not surprised, because it's been almost 10 years I've been home, so I can see it. But still, do your homework, because that will save you a whole lot of money, wasting money, if you do the proper homework and research, and just to make sure y'all are all good. That doesn't really even require much. You just gotta follow the orders. That's all. Like, I would say, just follow the orders, because at the end of the day, y'all both are convicted felons, and that's all they gonna see. They're not gonna see, they got kids, they got family, they're a beautiful couple. They don't care about none of that. All they gonna see is jailbird. They ain't going in that house together. Next couple we got is Kimberly and Joey. Kimberly is 38 years old. She's a teacher's aide. Joey is 39 years old. He's unemployed at the moment. His charges that he was incarcerated for were breaking and entering, larceny, and also identity theft. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Joey only been home for 2 months. he definitely got a lot of rehabilitating that he needs to do to get his head in the correct place. But I feel like y'all are moving way too fast. Okay, y'all was intimate before he got locked up, but I just still feel like all of this is happening way too fast. Not to mention, you done had a baby, Kimberly, and you don't know who the daddy is. You don't know if it's Joey or your ex-husband, because you had sex with both of them, I guess, like around or within the same time period. So you have a child named, I think it said Casey, and you don't know who the father is. And it's getting to Joey because he wants to know. I don't feel like he should even have to wait to find out or anything like that. I feel like, Kimberly, you as a mother, you owe that to your child. That's crazy as hell to me. I don't get it. And then we see that he was also an ex-drug addict, but there's so many signs in y'all relationship that makes it completely crazy. Your own cousin done told you that this man had been whistling at her. Baby, that is a red flag. You might be getting used just so he can have somewhere to lay his head. It's definitely given he ain't right, sister. At the same time, I just don't feel like you making great choices in men either. Your last name should probably be Braxton. What I also don't get is Joey was so fed up with not knowing. He took it upon himself to be like, I'm gonna just get the DNA test and I'm gonna conduct it because I gotta know. He has to know. He has the right to know. But then on top of that, I don't get how she told him, you just won't let this go. This is my thing. Why are you procrastinating? Why are you prolonging it, Kimberly? That's your child. He deserves to know who his father is. I commend Joey for taking that step to do this, but I don't understand why you didn't even allow your child the respect by finding out who his biological father was. But kudos to you, Joey, because at least you trying. But I don't get that, Kimberly. And you saying this has been one of the biggest secrets of my life. It don't gotta be a secret. You making it more of a secret than it really should be. Either you hunched the ex-husband or you hunched the ex-addict. You hunched one of them to have that damn baby. And that's your duty to go find out who the baby pappy is. Why you taking forever to do that? It almost gave me like she's scared because she know that ain't his dad. I don't know. I could be wrong. But for you to hold that off that long and just keep throwing it under the rug, baby, that is just so crazy to me. And it's telling as well. You hiding something. Good luck on that, but baby, you got to do a little better with just being honest with yourself, because that's crazy. And the last couple we got is Teenie and Rob. Teenie is 34. She's a stay-at-home mother. Rob is 34 as well. He's a tarp and supply worker, and he was incarcerated for robbery with a firearm. He looks so familiar. I'm not gonna lie. He looked like I know him from somewhere. That's crazy. The reason I say theirs for last is because honestly, out of all of the couples, I think I'm actually kind of rooting for them because I like everything about like how they're working together to navigate through him readjusting to society and stuff. I really, really do. She is really cute too. I honestly feel like normal people that haven't been incarcerated, they wouldn't be able to tell that he had been incarcerated and just got out. They just blend so well. Her kids like him. Like all of those are a point. I give you that. I give you that, Rob. You doing the right thing and it looks great. Rob starts to talk about, I guess, like how his family is not really supportive of him. His mama is a handful. His mama low-key give me she's another Mama D. Or what's Jim Jones' mama name? She definitely give me she one of them. And so I guess to try to like make him feel better and do something special for him, Teenie had ended up planning this little party for him. And just from what it appeared, it's like Teenie had a couple of friends that came, but none of Rob's relatives showed up. Like in the beginning, none of Rob's relatives showed up. And I don't know, it just seemed like they have resentment for him because he came home, got with somebody that love him unconditionally. She don't judge him. She support him. She want the best for both of them. And I feel like his mama is like a low-key hater. Like I don't feel, even his other family members, I feel like they don't want to come and celebrate him. And that's what a lot of people have to understand. When you come home and you ready to jump back out there into the free life where you used to be acting up and stuff, baby, I promise you, everybody gonna love you. Everybody, baby, they gonna love you to death because you giving them something to talk about. But if you come home with the mindset to do right, live right, you know, like stay out the way, stack your money with your family and do all of that, baby, they don't like that. Especially black people, they don't like that. They become very hateful, envious, jealous. They don't like that because they feel like you coming home after 17 years and doing better than them, it's just gonna mess up their self-esteem and the way they feel about themselves. But that has absolutely nothing to do with you and everything to do with them and their insecurities. So my thing would be like, baby, listen, y'all mad at me. Y'all had a 17-year head start against me. If y'all not where y'all should have been or y'all feel y'all should be right now, that has nothing to do with me. That's not my fault and I don't owe y'all anything. That's how I would respond to all of that, because to me, that is crazy as hell. For your family to even be acting like that with you. Then finally, after they've been having small talk, finally his mom comes through the door, and you could tell he loved his mama. You could tell, but you can also tell that it's tension between your mama and Teenie. I don't understand why though. Like, baby, get over it. That's your son, not your boyfriend. Like, let him live his life and do what he want to do. But when she comes up, it's like she got a bone to pick with him and she's mad at him. I just don't get how she's upset or they in their feelings behind him trying to do better and get in position to do better for himself. Why are you as his mother mad? You should actually be happy. You should actually be proud of your son. I don't get it. They start having a conversation. His mom is venting and expressing like she haven't been able to be, I guess, like keeping up with her bills and all of this stuff, and she just feel like he came home and left, and deserted them. That's how she said we. So that must be all the rest of your siblings or whoever else in the family that she been going being messy with. I just don't think that's right as his mother. I feel like that's crazy as hell. And the fact that she told him right in front of Teeny that when she gone, I'ma be here. Obviously not. You ain't even giving you ever gave to really support him. So I don't get, if that was the case and you was there, then it would have been no problem for all y'all, include you, to be there. And you wouldn't have came with a chip on your shoulder because you came in with an attitude. Like I said, when she tells him when she gone, I'ma be here. Like, I don't get why you would even say that. So when Teeny like, excuse me, what do you mean by that? She clapped back saying, basically in so many words, that's just how she feel. And then she was being snappy that she even questioned why she said that. Girl, you talking about her right in her face in front of the man. Of course she gonna question you for saying something crazy like that. Like, they plan on being a family. You talking about when she gone on be here. Baby, grow up. He don't owe you nothing, mother. He owes you nothing. Teeny ended up getting so mad that she had to excuse herself. But then when she excused herself, like, respectfully, the mama said something smart, like, yeah, good, go. And Teeny ran back over there and got her face like, excuse me, what problem do you have with me? Listen, I love her. Teeny, you my girl. Because, baby, listen, like I always say, from 8 to 88, baby, ain't nobody exempt. You come for me, you come running over here in front of this 18-wheeler, baby, I'm gonna let loose on that ass. By any means. I don't give a damn if it's a great-great-grandmother. I'm gonna respect you so much that you're not gonna have reason to not respect me. So when you do disrespect me, you're gonna get the business. I don't give a damn if your mama was marching with Martin Luther King, Sojourner Truth, or Nelson Mandela. She is not exempt from this reading. She would definitely get a lashing. Coming at me like that. Anyway, as they go and edit, Teeny and his mom starts arguing so bad that he had to get in between them, and they actually give it like they throwing hands. And low key, Teeny end up big facing his mama. For y'all that don't know what big facing is, I mean, I guess in school we call it big face. When somebody mush you in your face like that, we call it big facing, but a lot of people call it mushing too. But baby, still, that is, I mean, it's crazy, but baby, I feel like mama was asking for it. I really do. Teeny giving like, baby, if you want to dance, let's go. And it also shows the mother's character, because why are you giving all of that when this is an opportunity for y'all to celebrate and support your child? That's crazy, jealous, envious type of behavior that I said a lot of times you'll see when it comes to family or people that you thought would be like a supportive, part of your life. It happens. It don't mean it's right though. Because your mom is dead ass wrong for even carrying on like this. She definitely needs to mature and grow up. But at the end of the day, like I said, Teeny, baby, I love you. You are definitely my type of, woo, baby. Mama had the right one that day, didn't she? Oh my God. So I'll keep up with the show. I'm kind of excited about this show because it's really, really good. It makes me want to go all the way back and start watching the first seasons of Love After Lockup because this is actually really good. But at the end of the day, we wishing them all the best. You guys drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Which couple do y'all like? Which couple do y'all feel like ain't gonna last, ain't got a chance in hell of lasting? And we're gonna talk about it. I appreciate y'all support. Appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure y'all continue to like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. Love y'all. Peace.
Yeah.